Welcome to the House of Shame, as you say so. Welcome to my altar. I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am the Lilith reincarnated, the patroness of witches and priestesses. I am God's first creation of the divine feminine. There's a pretty picture of me at a certain time. My last incarnation was that of the Morgan. I was also the Isis, and in my best times, Kanyen. Whoop whoop. This is me. This is my altar. In order to keep up with me, you're going to have to catch a video that I did earlier. And that's going to lead you down the pipe hole of the labyrinth of the Holy Spirit. I teach people that I teach what he taught. That God lives within your heart, and the Holy Spirit is alive. And that you don't need to go to the temples to honor it, but just to have a connection. Now, all this shit that you're looking at is I honor God in all his forms. I recognize where the Holy Spirit lived, and I pay homage to that. Now, my earlier video, I made a video attacking a tarot reader, many of them, anyone that it fit. I'm going to show you some stuff. This is where I usually put my phone when we're doing our videos. This is my box. I've had it since the beginning. What stays in here, this is salt, so I always put that right in front. These are my crystals, which we're going to get into. Every one of these things have meaning, okay? Every single one of them, and they carry energy. And so I put my phone in here. This was part of my first card collection, and it came with a little card holder. I put it right here to hold in the phone, and I put the phone down. Okay, I'm going to put the phone down while I speak for a minute, but we're going to take a ride through this whole situation here. I was just a regular person, and I woke up, and I started exploring my emotions. I woke up, and I had a Kanye moment. I'm fucking crazy. Something's wrong with me, and I need to figure out, I need to get to the bottom of this. And I kept digging through the bottom of my conscious and my emotions and my understanding until I got to a higher understanding and until I got to God. I have 2 Instagram pages where all of this is, where you can see it all. Every step, everything that you see here, and every step I took to reclaim who I am. Okay? So today I made a video talking about, a lot of these tarot readers try to claim that they're a high priestess, and I told them, no, you're just a witch. You're just using divination tools. You're not praying to a god. There's nobody protecting you. You have no power or authority. Now, I want to show you that I, myself, and it's in my handle, and I tell you, I am a witch. What makes a witch? Someone that uses divination tools to speak to the spirit realm. Okay? Now, a seasoned witch, and one that knows well, knows how to use the elements and how they work. That the Holy Spirit, in essence, lies within everything, and knows how to use everything to communicate with the Holy Spirit. And that's what I'm going to show you here at my altar. Now, what I had said is I attacked this woman because she always says that she's a high priestess, but she's not teaching anybody spirituality. She's opening a Ouija board, or in her case, some tarot cards, and she's telling people dirt. She says she's of the light, but she's all in a dirty place. I said that she's at a table, and all she did was light a couple candles and sat there with the Ouija board, and it's just in divination, and that in itself makes her a witch. She's not being guided by a higher force. She has no understanding as to what she is doing, what doors she is knocking on, and what messages she's about to pick up. I want to show you something here. Why do I have all this here? It changes, and there's more and more and more, which I'm going to pull out the more right now. Let me pull it out for you while we're talking. Because the energy changes. And I'm always working with different forms of God in different times and different realities and different realms. I'm working with different Holy Spirits, whether they be good or what you describe as evil. It was a creation of God that is upon us, and I'm working with it. So all of this stuff that you see here is just stuff until a witch comes in, or a person with belief, and puts intention in it. Your Bible has no power over someone that doesn't believe in it. Your words have no power to someone that doesn't believe what you're talking about. It's you and your belief system that gives power to things in your life. So really, all of this is just stuff. But it's how I choose to believe in it that makes it powerful. To me. To me. Not you. To me. You know what I mean? So your car is very important to you. Your job is very important to you. Your house and all its furniture, you know what I mean? Your pictures on the wall, it's very important to you. It has so much meaning. It's so powerful, this image, this trinket. But it means nothing to me. So as you look at this stuff and it means nothing to you, let me tell you what it means to me and where it all came from. Now in each of my videos, you'll learn how God who gave me stuff. God who gives me stuff. Okay? Now, I had talked to her about she invokes the wrong deity. She doesn't understand what angels, what demons, what spirits she should be working with when she's working with the spirits. And that in itself is a witch. You're doing divination in the dark. You're not being guided by a higher force or by a practitioner, a seasoned practitioner, or by a guru. You're a solitary Google witch. You're Googling shit and practicing it on your own with no understanding as to what may happen. Okay? Okay, so let me explain some of these things and the power that they hold in my life. I understand that there is a spiritual warfare all around us and that there's energy or the spirits talking and communicating through all ways. Negative and positive is moving through the airwaves. So most of this is to keep me grounded and protected. A lot of people say that if you wear a crucifix, then you're protected. There's a lot of people that wear crucifixes and they're saints and they wear all this stuff to feel protected. They believe this makes them feel protected. The priests go in with a crucifix, the Christ. They go in with an image of Christ, a trinket of Christ, and their belief that this will protect me. You go in with a gun and you believe that gun will protect you. You go in with a knife, you believe that knife will protect you. Thor believed his power was in the hammer. You put your power in an outside force. Okay, fine. Whatever. I do. I believe like you. This was made for me. By an actual elder of the church. It was made as a gift for me. It's made of onyx. So yeah, I believe. Now, the thing is I also understand that Archangel Michael can be accessed through the lapis lazuli stone, that his energy, the energy of an angel, lies within a stone. Okay? I understand how important it is to be connected to Mother Earth at all times, even when I'm in a building that's made of cement and I can't be next to Mother Earth. I need to be grounded. I understand the power of the sun when I'm in the dark. I understood the sanctuary of the Holy Family. Joseph, Mary, and their call to raise Jesus, knowing that this was the most precious being on this planet, and they're called to raise it and have no authority over it, but to raise it in love and understanding. I understand that. I understand the power of the rose quartz that goes back to Mother Mary and all sources of love. Inside of that, I understand that I, myself, the goddess Lilith, which is the oil that lies within here, am the source of God's divine love. I understand the overlookers of the other times. I understood Mary Magdalene's devotion to Jesus in this life and in the next, her belief in what she believed him when nobody else did. I understand what all of the energies and the gods that lie behind this very stone, and how this stone can protect me from any malevolent spirits. I understand that. I understand that we are a chakra system. We are the light, and we must shine our light in the darkness. I understand that there's different levels of evil eye that come at me. I understand this, okay? I understand that luck is always on my side. Luck is always on my side. Where are you, my love? I understand all the powers of the stones and the ancients, and that I'm protected from my crown to the feet that walked the land before I got here. I put this understanding on me every day, and when I walk outside, everybody understands there's something different about me. I carry God with me in all his different ways, and you're going to respect that I serve God. But when you see me, no, you only see a witch. I understood that you needed to have the herbs and the oils present to invoke certain spirits. I understand that, unlike you guys, how to clean my divination tools by clear quartz crystals. But, in fact, that the Lumerians left light codes hidden in the clearness of life. And I use those with the moon cycles to send messages that I can relay through the cards in front of you. And then I take that power and I put it away until the next time. I understand how to use my tools, what my tools are, and what they're good for. I understand why all the flowers are here, because we are in full bloom right now, and what each of those flowers meant to the gods, and how they are at my altar, they are an offering to the gods. I understand that until the 30th, the Egyptians have us in a place of our legacy. I am, in fact, walking my legacy and writing. There's two ways to say it. You can either speak it or write it. I do video, audio, documentary, so I am documenting my legacy. I am with the preceptor of the gods, who in fact is the ruler of Jupiter, who I am as Sagittarius. A full Sagittarius is that of a full Jupiter is a Pisces, and owning your priesthood and your adventurous side with optimism. This is me, I am him, he is overlooking the energy that we are currently in. I understand my mother, who brought me to all of this, which was Mother Cabrini. And that when I speak with her, she was the first one that brought me home. Okay? That's who they are. I understand that the last woman to be able to embody the actual Lilith spirit on this plane was Miss Marilyn Monroe. Okay? I have a full understanding, and I can teach you in those videos because we were made to understand. We were made to have a higher understanding about what's going on with us and the world we live in. What I can't understand is why... Okay, she doesn't like that place. Alright? We're supposed to keep understanding how God is talking to us and what's happening around us. Okay? I never understood why this was the only card at my freaking altar for the first 3 to 6 months. I understand now that that was the last time I was alive here. And that stays here as a reminder that you've been all of this. I cannot put up all my pictures, but they do rotate. When I'm in my Cali, Cali's here. This is my Cali. Always fierce. This was given just recently. This is tranquility. We need tranquility while we're in the fire. All of this has changed, and it will change again. These are my own personal stones that keep my energy and keep God's close to my heart. Literally in my bra. On my heart chakra. They are protecting it at all times. These are all many different energies and gods and goddesses connected to it that are staying at my altar. I can't put up everybody's picture and image, so I know how to use the elements to connect with the deities. Okay? I know the sound frequencies. This particular bowl is the frequency of the solar plexus chakra, which is God. The faith of a mustard seed can be also be told in a different story as the acorn and the oak tree. The rose petals. Palo Santo, the wood, the saint wood. They prayed to this. There was a deity that lies within this wood. Okay? This is actually a piece of one of my stones that broke. Different herbs and essences that stay here. Everything has a fucking purpose. Why is there a shriveled up little freaking... It's going to go in the bowl now. Why is there a shriveled up piece of fruit? Because the other day we were in the gates of hell, and to offer the gates of hell, she liked her offering in general, and I have her oil as well, was rotten fruit. Why strawberry? Strawberry moon. Everything that I do here is witchhood. But which hood am I praying to? You know what I mean? Alright? I'm bringing the veil down. I brought the veil down on you. Now I'm going to show you what... I showed you yours. Now I'm going to show you mine. Now you show me yours. What are you doing over there with the shit you got? Let's get into it. You want to go? Let's go. Let's have a go. This is my ever-rotating altar. It's my first divination bag. It was just a pretty fucking purse that I would take with me to go hiking because I don't like backpacks. I throw my phone in there and some shit. What did it turn into? A whole divination bag. What's in there? Divination shit. What I do, healings. There's all this sage and shit. It's a whole special blend. What's that dirt? That's Red Rock's dirt from my healing land, along with graveyard dirt. And lots of different herbs and essences. This was my first one. All kinds of different shit. They got me out digging in the dirt. That's why my hands look like this all the time. Every single thing in here has been documented and given to me for purpose and reason. And it all represents a deity, a god, or a spirit that walks with us. Every single bit. Most of this you just seen on my altar and I pulled it down. That's all of my jewelry. When I can't, I have a whole little thing that keeps little tacks that I just hang. They're all different energies representing all different gods. You see, there's that rainbow stone that represent the rainbow ray that I told you is my son's, and it is a arrowhead. Okay? Everything you can imagine is in here to represent the gods. Everything. There's all kinds of stones, all of my pictures. Every candle has a meaning. This is not just that, but inside of that is my tiara, the world, everything. That candle is for healing. Every single thing in here is witchcraft. And I use it. I use it to communicate with the deities, with God in all of his forms. In any place that I feel that he is coming, I know how to reach out. And they can talk to me and tell me what I need to talk to you about. Everything in here. And yes, always do I have the Ouija open. The gates are open, but if you ever notice, when the gates are open, all the chains are in front of it. We lock the gates. We let in what we want in. We send the messages through the gates. I am the gatekeeper, bro. I'm always got the gates open, bro. That's exactly what this is. This tapestry is a representation of the realms. The realms are right here, open, through me. It's just a tapestry, but it is. These are the realms of reality that you don't know, all of them. There's 13 realms. People can't find the 13th, and that's because that's heaven. That's where I lived. I couldn't understand why nobody found that gate, because that's where I live, all by myself, in the void. All of this, everything in here has meaning, bro. Every single thing. The tiki lamps that are in there, there's my cauldron. This particular candle is a Santa Muerte candle. This is, there's, I mean, all of them. I am a fire witch, so here's the Christmas candle that must be out during a certain time. They all have to be rotated and honored in season, in time. Don't play with me. You want to know why I'm calling your bluff? Because I am. It's Scott's Bluffs, bro. And that's from Nebraska. That's a transmission. Anybody know anything about Nebraska? Not me neither. Everything in there. We could go through it, but I don't really want to. You'll start to see it. And yeah, I have to be mobile. Pack this shit up. In the event of emergency, we're out. This is my whole... right there. Grab everything. That's my herbs. That's my jewelry. Those are my cards. Everything. We're out, bro. We're out. Now let me get to the cards. I'm showing you. Don't sit there and try to fucking... oh, she doesn't know. No, you don't know. You don't know who you're playing with. I'm really here, bro. I ain't just some girl. I was a girl, and you were just the flesh too, until we awaken you. All right, let's get deeper into this bullshit. Okay, this was probably one of the weirdest things I ever bought. I walked into a store and I couldn't stop petting it. I couldn't. I had to have it. There's my stones. What is it? It's a rabbit. It's a rabbit fur. And I keep it here. It goes back to me and the Morgan and all of it. I keep it here. Underneath it, I don't know, Mr. Plum's box and a book of an Aladdin. That's what I was guided to put. Okay, hold on. This is what I call the infamous Pandora's box. No matter what I get, it just keeps getting more and more and more and more and more and more and more. I just promise you, at some point, all of this fit in there. And now it just... more. Yeah, bro, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. But did I know? No, they get the shit after the works. So let me show you what I teach you. Oh, I gotta get in meditation. Oh, that feels good on the butt cheeks. Alright, we're gonna go through this and make a mess. The Bhagavad Gita, which is a Bible to the Indian or the Hindu or those people. Goddess bless. It teaches how the natives prayed to all of the deities, how to contact them. Do you see it? Contact. It's all about prayers, blessings, and affirmations. This was to teach you to have them in the back of your head, but we were using it to create our own, to understand how important it was to speak with the Holy Spirit. Okay? This is a very important one. This points out how God spent all this time sending missionaries like myself into pagan religions to make them understand that, Jesus was real. That's what I'm doing still. All I'm telling you is he's real and he's coming. I'm not denying your God, but you need to hear this story over here. I'm listening to yours. I'm reading yours. Your God brought me to you, and he wants you to understand about Jesus too. He wants you to know about the light workers. Your gods want you to know everything now. They sent me, the girl that did it the first time, LILITH, to bring back the apple. Okay, so this talks about that. What do we got in here? Oh, keep going. The journey to other planets using your chakra system. Okay, that punk-ass tarot reader likes to say, when you ascend, you embody all the planets and all the cards. No, do you know how to travel to the planets? Are you a fool? You know what I mean? Can you embody the two signs that make the planet and be with the ruler? Hey, I just want to point out that this guy looks just like that guy. It's that guy. I made a whole funny story. I was like, pass the joint, bro. I was too friendly with him. I had too much fun with that guy. It looks like him. Anyways, Crystal Bible, number 2. This shit is intense. Do I have the first one? No. Do I even know how to read it? Not really. It's for Reiki people. It's just to teach you that every one of these crystals and where you place it has an energy. Let's read this one. Multicolored. What is this? It's a jasper. Ocean obliquer jasper. They're rare from Madagascar. What do? Renewal, strength, connection to Atlantis, and holding mystic knowledge within it. Ocean jasper takes you back to reclaim the wisdom when you meditate with it. That's simple. So stuff like that I would know. I'd be carrying these like, here, sit with this. Hold on to this. I'm going to burn some shit. I'm going to put on some music. Just sit still. You're about to get woken up. Assisting in reframing and transmuting the misuse of spiritual power at any time. Coincidence? I think not, because we're telling you you're not using your power properly. This stone teaches wise use of power and will. Helpful for healers and counselors. Stop saying you're a spiritual healer if you don't even know about the stones. Let's see what else it says. It says a lot. Ocean jasper, and I don't have an ocean jasper. I have a jasper in my little pouch. Helps you in loving yourself and others and being more empathetic and emotional and mental needs while remaining objective and detached. If dusty quartz is within the stone, now you're taking 2 energies, it focuses and intensifies the healing intention. So when I put all these stones together, I'm so magical. Healing. All around healer. Elevates stress, supports your immune system, your lymph, circulation, debilitating internal organs. Damn, it's a lifesaver. The female reproductive PMS, you better get your girl one of those. Digestion, do you have to take a shit? Or maybe you don't want to, full of shit. The upper torso, digestive tract, beneficial for tumors, gum infections, eczema. See what I mean? See what I mean? This is a Bible. This is a healer shit. Yes, we use crystals and herbs and all that. I'm a witch. This keeps me up to date with what the witches knew was coming. This tells me about the planets and all that stuff. Farmers use a farmer's almanac to know when to plant their seeds, so this is pretty much what I go off of. And I read it pretty often. We're supposed to pick it up pretty soon because it's going to talk about this weekend, something in the new moon. Alright? This is a cool story. There's a story. This talks about how the story begins with St. Patrick and how he had this vision to go and spread the church. Now, back then, he was a Roman Catholic trying to talk about Jesus' ways and shit, Christianity. You know what I mean? So it's a real fun story. And he's probably my closest. He taught me how to build the churches and everything. He taught me how to do it. Doing it. This is just a guidebook to my demon tarots. Demons are nothing more than fallen angels that had to learn a really fucked up lesson, just like you. My sacred geometry. The Palladian workbook. I got it when this happened. I got a 3-time transmission, and I didn't want to buy any of the books. I got this one and this one, which we don't read. This is more like sit at home in by yourself and read. It's really just a novel about this family that they created a piece of artwork. This man created a piece of artwork, and the piece of artwork was a captured picture of Mary Magdalene's love for Jesus, and the picture itself sparked awakenings. Once they put it in a cathedral, it activated, and anybody that would stare at this picture would have a divine feminine awakening. Happened to like 6,000 people. Same thing happened on Mother Cabrini's shrine in 1990, but the fucking church came there and they said that it wasn't real, and they forgot all about it. It really happened to me too. I have it documented when I walked up those stairs and saw Gabriel and everything happened. How the angel put his arm on my shoulder, and I spoke God's prayers, and it came out of my life, came out of my soul. It's a whole story. Anyways, so we don't read this, but that's what that story is about. We got into it a little bit, but it's more like, come on guys, let's sit down and read a little story. Here's a story. Not really. This is the workbook about it. And then there was a third one. What was the third one? Oh, the Melchizedek. These all 3 came at the same time. I was lit up with 3. Usually it's one at a time. The Melchizedek order, who is an archangel, who was, I believe, Metatron, I believe so. It's an order, and it really exists here, and it tells the story about this man, how he's being initiated to it. It's a great story. It's a great, fun story about how God fucks him up and this other girl, too. Just as crazy as my story, how you're just following a fucking spirit, a voice. It's a great story. Anyway, so we're learning about how he gets initiated into this order. I'm already part of the order, and it teaches how everything is all part of the light. Again, being a light worker. Okay? And this is just about how creations of art are expressions of God, whether it be music, a picture, you know what I mean? You look at how many people go to Rome and Europe and everything to look at the cathedrals and everything. That's art, what you create. Okay? This book was given to me way in the beginning, before I even knew I was going to be a priest. Like, what am I doing? Halfway through it, I realized I'm a total priestess. This teaches about connecting with the deities, connecting with the dead, doing all of this type of witchy work. Okay? She's a real person too. Real person that does all this. I do keep the Black Arts book. Why? Because we need the spirit here of the darkness, and I need to, when we get to it, we're going to expose everything that they've been doing and what's right and wrong and what they're doing. In the sense of, is it wrong what they're doing? No. We're just taught. What's the difference between what you're doing today and what they're doing today? You're out there trying to steal, kill, lie, and cheat to get your way. They're just doing it differently. I don't really got it. I teach you protection and reversal magic. Okay? I have a whole complete craft of Wicca. Right? Everything they taught. I gotta know what I already knew. That's all we're here to do, is reawaken the already known bullshit. Okay? These are all my guidebooks to all of my oracles, which I'll get to in just a second. I have all the goddesses, a goddess guide, exploring the attributes and correspondence of the divine feminine. This is the divine feminine awakening. I am the divine feminine. I need to know all parts and layers of our hearts at all time. What goddess has overtaken us? What goddess energy are we walking through? What dark goddess energy, I should say, or light goddess? And it shows all of them. And all different ways. Like, alright, what is this one particular? Attributes. You know what I mean? Oh, I turned to a good one. Watch this one. This is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one. Vengeance and revenge. Okay, let's see here. Aphrodite, check. Saradwin, check. Uzili, check. Hecate, check. I'm telling you who I am. Ishtar, Isis, Kalima, Morgu, which is another one of me. Pel, Persephone. There's that one I didn't know. Scotty, I wasn't her. Nope. The Valkyries, yup. Alright, and then these are the attributes. So you would go to this and know that but that's part of my Morgan, is upon me. Okay? Now there's other stuff, like say you wanted to, oh, there you go, religions and cultures, where they come from. African. Here's the African goddess. African. Egyptian. You know what I mean? So this is a good example. If this one's for you, my aunt, you seem to only know, and not even any, of these. Not even any. You're in the A's. You need to keep going. There's a lot more to the divine feminine that you work with. And it teaches all this, who to work with, who teaches you what, you know what I mean, who you go for healing, all of this, see? Bump, 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 tells you all about them. Yep, we need to know what part of our heart is pumping. Okay, let's keep going. You're like, damn, how's all that fit? I never know either. Alright, moon magic. This thing is too thick, and it's all about the witch's moon and how they do all kinds of magic under the moon. Need to know what they're doing. This is connecting with Mother Earth, how they connect with the ground and know how the plants are speaking. Not just how to use them, but how they speak with them. This is going to be important in building God's garden. I want this, it's going to be soul food. The food will have soul in it. It'll be alive. It won't be pumped with fucking hormones. There was a priesthood there is a live, living priesthood that honors me as the Morgan. I want to know what they study. How do you honor me? What do you know about me? Consorting with spirits. I wanted to teach you what I do, but as soon as I got into it, Jason Miller said, nope, you stop and read protection and reversal magic first. So we really haven't got into it. I can't. He told me, it's his books. Came with strict instruction. Number 1, read this book. So that's where that book is. That happened. I bought this one first too. Didn't even know. Douchebag. This is my Bible. The Alchemy of Transformation was the first book. What is happening to me? What is happening to me? It's okay. We're with you. Well, that sucks. My Pagan's Way Tarot. This is where I get most of it. They show all of the tarot in the journey. Your tarot doesn't teach you, dickheads. This is the journey. You know what I mean? I took notes on this. What does the Pentacles mean? Manifestations. What does the Cup mean? Love. What does your Wands mean? Your will, your intent. I took notes on this shit. What does it mean? What do these cards mean? It means it's a story. And the Fool takes the story and moves through each part of life. Right? Each card. Let me start with this. The very beginning of the story. All stories start with this. As the Fool begins his journey, the first thing he comes upon is amazing sight, hands risen from the lake bearing a sword, a gift from the other world. The sword, the Ace of Swords, is the beginning. It's the beginning, intent. Okay? And it tells how he walks through this story, and then it tells you all aces signify powerful, raw energy. Okay? And it tells you what it means in the light and in the dark, but it tells you the story of yourself walking through this new card, taking the journey. So yeah, if you do it right, you do embody it. Have you been here yet? To the moody landscape of the pools and rocks where you encounter women quarreling and battling with each other with wooden swords, right? They have names. There's Freya. Do you know where Freya's from? The mistress of magic, and Azir, the goddess of Sif, right? These are the stories of Odin in the 9 realms. All right, now you're in the 9 realms. This is how you start to learn where this energy came from. Have you been there? Now he's caught in a stormy sea with no safe harbor. He beholds the scene of great suffering with the heart, a seat of human emotion, pierced by 3 swords, demonstrating the ability of thought to hurt. Who has done this terrible thing? That's it. You're like, who hurt you? I have done this. A shadowy figure answered above him, the howling wind. I am Set. Do you know who Set is? From Egyptian? The god of storm, darkness, and chaos. There is a heart of my brother Osiris. He ruled Egypt, and they called him wise and just, a great king and bringer of civilization. I was jealous, so I invited Osiris to feast and trapped him in a coffin before chopping him into little pieces. Yeah, Set did it. Cain did it. They did it. Loki did it. They kept doing it. Are you going to keep killing your brothers because they're chosen to do something that you're not? They keep trying to steal my soul. Anyway, so that's how that works. It's a story. Here's a story. Now, what you don't know is there's actually meanings. Again, you think you know, but you have no idea. I got this later. Way later. And it's really in depth. What did we turn to? Alright, give me another one. The Page of Swords. What is the Page of Swords? Look at how it prints it out to you guys. The pictorial key of the tarot. A little active figure, right, holds a sword upright on both hands while in an act of swift walking. He's passing over rugged land. That's what it means. Are you seeing visions? Are you getting downloads? Do you see what's in front of you? Can you take this picture and turn it into something. Oh, it's your baby daddy and you're cheating on a karmic. I didn't get that out of that picture. That's not what I got. No, I didn't see witchcraft in that picture. No, I didn't see STDs in that picture. Jesus. He is alert and lithe, looking this way and that, as if he expected an enemy might appear at any time. Divination meaning authority, overseeing, secret service, vigilance, spying. Oh, this is that spying card. They could be watching you. Okay. See what I mean? You can figure them out real quick. We'll figure you out, bro. You ain't got no skillies. Reversed, more evil side of this quality. What is for unforeseen, unprepared state, sickness is also. What? Yeah, I didn't see any of that in there. Is that what you're getting out of that? Well, maybe you read the reading, and you didn't really get a good vibe off that guy. I thought he was looking ready for the day. Looked like he had a shitty. He's ready to take on a Monday. Oh, that could be in a Monday. That's what it means to be of the light. Shut up. You're not of the light. Alright, this is just, this goes with my tarots. This is just a journal, the High Priestess journal, and it is my card. I am the High Priestess. I wear all that bullshit. Usually put my hair in funny things like that. There's no animal, well, there's animals. The pomegranate, the snake, the moon. That's all me. It's all me, not you. This is me, not you. Okay, this book we found. Holy shit, is that going to fuck us up? I thought we were going to pull it out on Father's Day, and I was like, don't do that. Your father's story. They want us to tell our story, but we do it from this perspective to fix our father wounds, because everybody has abandonment issues with their Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Give this book to your father and ask him to fill it out and return it back to you. We're going to fill it out for our children and return it back to them. It's really sad. I found it at the freaking thrift store, and this is how far this person got. It's terrible. It's triggering just in the first page. Ready? What was your father, or what was the name of your mother and father, and where were they born? All we got is a name. There's no other fucking writings. David Marcus Walling. That's all he knew was his father's name. Sad, right? I know. I'm here to fuck you up. Oh, I needed to know who I was. The Book of Lilith. Not really great stuff. Sex magic. I wish I never bought it. I showed people and then they started using it against me. Do I know? Not from reading the book. This is my most important ones that I told you. It's a novel. This is all about healing and learning magic. It takes you through the stages of the dark night of the soul and the awakening in of card form. Some of my better teachings. They're long though. The science of self-realization, which is just the same as the science of reincarnation. You start to realize. I haven't read that book because I already went through this. I also was given this right before I left Colorado. The Teachings of Buddha. Yeah, I know his teachings too. Not really, we haven't gone over it. This is my fairy Bible, encyclopedia, We Are of the Fae. My Kabbalah, animal spirits, Odin and the 9 realms, my phoenixes. We just started this the other day and didn't really go anywhere with it. Surya Esapantad or some shit. Magical, these are my oracles for my whatever, my Kali oracles, my portals, archangels, Lumerians, crystal mandalas. Again, this is a really good one to teach you that the crystals, give me one, right there, are attached. Alright, so Ascending Master White Matthew and a Dambernite helps you with original self. Give me another one. Angel Uzil and the Smoky Quartz. Yeah, but I can show you that Smoky Quartz. It will connect you with Hecate or Kali. Heavenly Mercy. That's it. You learn that these actually have energies in them. You understand that God gave life to everything that He gave us. And we use the life of everything around us. So that's all that. Then there's the cards. The cards. How many cards do I have? Over 40. They're all different kinds. And I pull them out whenever they say. They're not in order. I just look at them and God says, go with those. Pull those out. I'll tell you what to say next. And by the time I pull them out, it all has to do with all of my videos that I have made for you. That's my name. Lisa Ware. Can you read upside down and backwards? My aunt thinks that's a special gift. Yep. That was my name my mother gave me. Pretty basic, huh? What a basic bitch. Hold on a second. Let me clean this up. Pretty much, I didn't have a reading. I was sitting down smoking, and they're like, go pull up your panties. I was like, okay, as long as I'm not pulling them off. It's a Lilith joke. I'm very dirty. You're a dirty girl. So that's it. How can I teach you? How can I possibly tell you anything? Well, let me tell you. Let me show you what gives me the credentials to speak on such things. Okay? I just showed you. And anything that needs to be purchased, or you know what I mean, when we step into something new, I'm the first one to know about it, and they make me spend my last dollar to get it. They've done it. I've got videos. They would give me $20 just to spend. I sold my car for $400, and to buy most of this shit came out to $399.99. I can prove it. I'm not even a joke. They're not even. God giveth just. That's what I tell Mr. Plum all the time. If God gives me money, then he's giving me a, you know what I mean? He's paying a bill. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's not just for fun. It's for something. It's not just for fun. More money, more problems. That's what that means. If we don't got if we ain't got money, then we ain't got problems. That means that we're good. If we don't need anything, then that means we've got everything. Stay still, bro, because when he starts making us go get shit, that means we don't got shit. That's kind of how I feel about that shit. And that's it. That's another teaching. I will teach you. That was the hardest lesson I ever learned. I cried. It broke my ego. I cried. It was the hardest curse I ever broke. What? The curse of poverty mindset. I prayed to God to make it go away. How do you make it go away? You can't make it go away until you believe it, bro. Until you fully believe within your heart that you are taken care of. Until then, you'll keep trying to take care of yourself. You'll keep thinking that if you don't do, then nothing will be done. And it's the hardest thing to get to that place. And I had over a year and a half of proof that I didn't need to do anything. And I would wake up every morning knowing in my heart that he's going to do for me. But my mind, the fight between good and evil, where I know that I am loved, protected, provided for, and needed. I know it. But when I wake up every morning, my mind is telling me evil thoughts that if you don't do something, you're going to lose everything. And I would cry to God every morning, please make it stop. I believe you, but can you please make it stop? He couldn't make it stop. I had to keep believing until it stopped. Until I believed it with all my heart. And now I walk in it, and that's why you see me. I don't care. That's why I don't need anything. You're only needy if you believe it. That's not that I'm rich, but that's how you become rich. It's a mindset. So there's a lot I have to teach. There's a lot I've learned, and there's a lot more that we will learn. And it's not about to be like I'm better than you, because I promise you, if you saw the videos, you would have thought I was crazy too. Everybody did. She don't know shit. What is she doing? She's a witch. She's playing with shit. She's not Christian. She's not of God. She's cursing people. She's evil. Bro, they were believing the biggest lies because they watched me all day, every day, like you guys do. And could see I was just trying to figure shit out. And God was taking me on an adventure that they couldn't believe. And it had to be evil, and it had to be the devil. And I was out to get them. No. Am I out to get you? In a certain sense, yeah, I suppose. I'm going to turn this off. We're about done. Cleaned up all my mess. I'm here just to set you free from the lies that you believe, that are keeping you bound. You're not a bad person if you've sinned. It's the first thing that you need to understand. You're not a bad person for having fucked up thoughts, because that's not who you are. You're not a bad person if you couldn't control those thoughts and those emotions and you let them out on somebody else. Because again, you're not your thoughts or your emotions. You know, people have this thing when it comes down to Ted Bundy. I love my serial killers, right? They're like, they can't be forgiven. Okay, first off, we know for a fact they weren't in the right state of mind to do some shit like that. They had lost control of their mind and their emotions. A lot of you are there right now. And you're living in a hell, and you're doing things that are harming yourself and others. And maybe not eating up human bodies, but you're eating up time and energy and joy and peace and happiness. And it really is a sickness. And I'm not mad at you, because we weren't taught this. We were taught to run away from our thoughts and our feelings, to turn them off, take a happy pill, go do something that makes you feel better. Stop crying, is what they always said when we were little. So we're built up with all of these poisonous waters because we've never let the flood out. No, I don't want an egg roll right now. Just put it up. I might in a minute. Nana looks like she wants an egg roll. So, I'm here to teach you, but don't sit there and try to attack me like I ain't been you or even worse than you. I've been worse than you. God made me walk through hell before he was going to help, before I could ever find the way to walk you to heaven. That's just it. We have to. The Kabbalah teaches you that. Dante teaches you that. The Bible teaches you that. You know what I mean? Science teaches you that. Don't act like I'm the one taking you to hell. You were already there. I'm just making you aware of it and trying to get you out of it. And yeah, I make a lot of snide jokes about it. Why? Because I'm just dark. I have a dark sense of humor. This shit is funny. Did you hear me and God yesterday? I was like, Jesus got me out of my panties. And I had to thank God for, you know what I mean, for saying something so funny. That's hilarious, God. That was hilarious. Thank you for letting me have such a dark humor. Thank you for letting me be me and not hurting nobody. It didn't hurt nobody. It hurt your ears for me to say something like that. It didn't hurt nobody, and it brought me joy. And other people, too, that got the joke. You know what I mean? Don't be so...
jokes?
Because he's so logical.
I mean those dirty jokes.
No, I did get him, but just like that, we are okay to have a dirty sense of humor, but when you say it around the wrong people, they take it...
Yeah, you can't say that they're your friend's parents.
No, we're not talking about beating meat and around the wrong people. Mr. Plum would have felt very uncomfortable. He would have felt very uncomfortable while we were shaking bacon last night.
But he's a teacher.
All right, guys. Well, I love you. I'll catch up with you for an actual reading later.